Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. Today I am going to be showing you how to apply for the DAAD scholarship, and I'm going to be applying at Bonn University for the Master of Global Health. My name is Hilda Gloria. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Now in this video we are going to look at the requirements, how to apply, a step-by-step guide on how to apply for both the DAAD scholarship and the university. And then I am also going to show you how to merge your documents in PDF, because it is one of the requirements. It is a different kind of scholarship. You don't have to apply on a portal, but then you have to go to the portal to understand the instructions and then merge the documents and send to a specific email. Now let's get started by informing ourselves. I'm going to leave the link in the description box for you to go ahead and follow or click. The DAAD scholarships are very generous. They do offer more than €1,000, about 1,300 euros for master's programs, and then about 1,600 euros for doctoral or PhD programs. This is the website. You just click on that button and then go to admissions, and then you're going to find the entry requirements, the deadlines, and when to apply. Now some of the study programs have already reached the deadline, but then some will go on up to April 2025. So I would highly recommend that you go ahead and check out the list, which I'm going to leave down in the description box below, so that you guys can go ahead and download the whole PDF explaining the deadlines and everything. Now this explains to you when the intake will be, which will be October 2025. Yes, we are applying for the the right program, and the deadline is November 15th 2024. It's always the previous year. So here you get all the instructions on how to apply. If you're just applying to the study program, you can apply to a specific email, and then if you are applying for the scholarship, you apply to the email highlighted, and in here you're given the instructions on how to apply for the DAAD scholarship. So let's go straight to the DAAD website, and then the DAAD website has got the real specifics of the order of the documents, application requirements, and the application procedure. It also shows you the overview, so it explains to you what the scholarship entails, meaning the benefits, what you are going to benefit from the scholarship, the list of eligible countries. I am applying for one of our candidates at study in Italy, and she is Ugandan, so I had to cross-check that. This is the list of all the countries. Take a look and see if your country is included before you actually apply. Now Uganda is there, so we are sorted. What can be funded? It's full tuition, full accommodation, and a monthly stipend. How long is the the payment? It is every single month for at least 12 months. So this is the list that I'm going to link in the description below. It shows you the different programs that are sponsored by the DAAD scholarship and the different deadlines, whether you want the scholarship or if you want to study on private. It is a very generous scholarship. You can see the value depending on the academic level. Monthly stipend of about 1,000 for graduates and 1,100 for doctoral programs. Excuse me, I made a mistake before. Payments towards travel, accident, and health insurance are all covered. You have a travel allowance, and then you have a monthly rent subsidy if you don't get to sleep in the university residences or the dormitories. And then here they show you the selection criteria. That means things you need to do so that your application is considered for this prestigious scholarship. Now let's go on and look at the application requirements. The list is long and very specific. So in here you've got to put in your nationality and then what level you're going to study. So this particular candidate is graduate or master's, and these are the requirements to be met. Every country has got country specific requirements that have got to be observed and followed and submitted. As you can see, You have got to have at least 2 years work experience. You need a language certificate. If you are going to study in German, you need a German certificate, and if you're going to study in English, you need an IELTS certificate. TOEFL is not accepted. It is very specific here, and it is written. So let's go ahead and check out the application procedure. I think this is a very important step. Once you know the procedure, gathering the requirements becomes a little easier. So it is written here that the applications are only to be sent directly to the university, the application for the scholarship. So the university manages the scholarship. So basically you send one application for both the study program and the scholarship. You don't have to send both, just like, you know, in Italy and some other countries or some other scholarship programs. This is funded by the German government, and it's been there for so many years. You can also apply up to 3 courses, which I think is brilliant. So you get to choose which one is the first choice, second choice, and next choice. So the documents have got to be in this specific order. First of all, a completed and signed checklist that you will download and you check and then sign. A DAAD application form, your curriculum vitae. It should be the Europass template, and there is an example. Here you are. All you have to do is either to drag your current CV and put it in here and edit it into this format, or create an account and create a brand new CV in this format. Okay, so the website looks like this. I hope that it is nice and clear. If you haven't subscribed for now, pause, subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment. Thank you very much, and I'll be able to create more videos like this. So you can either just drag your current CV, or you can create a new CV. I don't have to do this for this candidate, as she has already done this. By the way, if you would like me to apply for you, or, you know, our team to apply for your university studies in Europe, you can always leave me an email. I'm going to drop it down in the description box below. So let's go back to the requirements. You need a motivation letter, and of course they give you the specifics. It is important that you write at least 2 pages. This is what they say, a maximum 3 pages, and then specify why you're interested, making sure that you mention the university as well. Also, you mention that you need the scholarship. Okay, then you need a certificate of employment that shows that you have at least 2 years of working experience post graduation. This is such a limiting you know, a requirement, and it is very specific. So of course, if you have more than 2 years, even better. And then you have recent proof of language skills. You need to do the test, guys. You can't go around it. And TOEFL is not accepted. As you can see, it is highlighted. And then there's so many other requirements that are required, but most importantly, they should be in this order from what I realized. And the form is actually so long, so I can't wait to take you to the form. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, hit the red subscribe button so that you get notified every time I post videos like this. And then if you like me to show you the step-by-step ways of how to apply for these scholarships and study programs, drop them in the comments below. Which university would you like me to show you, applying for? And if you don't have the time, I'm more than happy to do this on your behalf, and then also process the application on your behalf. And then all I will do is give you an email with the news from the application. Of course, terms and conditions apply. And please remember that it is not a free service. Okay, so we're back here to the documents. I don't know what I was doing. I was a bit distracted. But yes, here we are back. And then I think it's time for me to download, the checklist, send it to the candidate to fill it, and then I'm going to fill in the application for her. It is 4 pages that needs no distraction. You should give it your full attention. It's quite long, and in both German and in English. Okay. And then they require you to also attach your photo. Please do not staple your photo. It is written. Just attach it. I used Adobe, yes, to do it. It is a service. I don't think it's free, but yeah, I will show you later on in the video if time permits. Okay, so the important things and all of that. All right, I just made sure that I understand everything terms and conditions, how to apply, the procedure and everything before applying, because it is very important for our candidates to make sure that everything is right in check. Okay, so another cross check, and then we are ready to send the application. Okay, so I just needed to download the checklist like I mentioned, and then download the application form, and then start filling it. So after that, this is what the checklist looks like. Downloaded basically everything that is required from the application checklist. They need the DAAD form. You've got to check, and it's mandatory that you have attached it, and then the Europass CV. Make sure that the CV is there. You just tick, of course, the box that applies to you. Letter of motivation, university certificates, you need those as well, and then you need your university transcript that explains your results, and then you need to show your professional experience by, of course, attaching the certificate from your employer, and then proof of languages. That is it. So now let's go ahead and download the application form and start filling it. So this is what it looks like. It has got 4 pages. Let's start filling it in. Basically, they want to know every little detail, but I like the fact that it is just outlining. You're not writing essays in here. So if you have the time and you have everything ready, I would say in about an hour you can be ready to go. So let's get started. Here they need your name and then the nationality. I'll fill in the name later for privacy of our candidates. And then you have got to click where it says study scholarship for a postgraduate country with developing nations, blah blah blah. And then here is where you put the photo. As you can see, I'm covering the name of a candidate, but then you go ahead and check your sex, if you're male or female, where you live, she is female, place of birth, date of birth, and then you start filling in your address. It has got a bunch of requirements and a bunch of things that you have got to check and make sure that it is filled. Of course, they ask for a place of birth, and then now we go to the street number and lots of requirements. Secondary school, where you went to secondary school, your results. I mean, of course, you just put your high school results, not the other grades. It is quite long, as you can see. Then you go ahead and start writing about the study program that you want. In this case, it is Master of Global Health, and they ask if you want to get a degree afterwards. Yes, and then in what university? Then it is the University of Bonn. It's quite very detailed, and I like the structure. Also, if I didn't mention before, it is in both German and English, so if you are an English speaker, do not worry. And then they ask if you're going to partly study in another country, which is part of their exchange program. But in this case, no, our candidate will be studying both years at the University of Bonn, God willing. Then I went back to check the deadline just to be sure, as there's so many deadlines and so many applications to send. So here it is, 15th November. I have confirmed, looked at other study programs for other candidates, back to it. And now we are filling in all the other requirements. It's quite interesting because they also ask about your languages. So it's basically like the application, then the CV, then the motivation letter, all in one, which I think is quite cool, even though you have got to attach these things at the end of the day. Then they also ask if you've worked 2 years, of course, and you will have to attach proof, which is the certificate of work. They also ask a little bit about the title that you have or you hold at your workplace. Then they ask about the level of the languages and all these details that are always in application forms. It is quite long. It is 4 pages long, as you can see, and I am trying to fill in the quick details before getting on the call with the candidate to make sure that we review it together and make sure that what I have filled in is exactly what she wants. They also ask about the career expectations that you have And then of course you can write, in this case she wants to be like a global health consultant. As you can see, our candidate speaks French. Hello, she speaks English, French and Spanish. Pretty cool for a Ugandan. We always just want to speak one language, to be honest, which is English. But yeah, I really like. Then they ask if you've got different options, and in this case she just wants to study that. But if she had, like, let's say 3 choices, we would write that and then write which one is first choice and which one is second choice and which one is third choice. Okay, so moving on, the application is quite long, as you can see, and we are just on page 2. We have got to go all the way to page 4. Page 4 is not that long. Here we are at page 2. Okay, so here we talk about the professional experience, which is the work experience. She is a distribution assistant somewhere in Uganda, a very interesting place in Uganda where she is. So let's just put that. These are not the real details of the candidate. I am just showing you the demo, but after filming this video, I will put the right ones. Okay, so this is just a pseudo candidate, not a real candidate. All right, so they're asking if she is still currently working there. Yes. Okay, a bunch of other details. I like that the italics is the English part and then the bold is German. Okay, so if you are looking and you are in a rush and wondering, oh my god, I don't understand, the first one of course is German because it's their first language, and then the one on the side is the English. I was a bit confused initially. I was like, oh, wait a minute. In what language is this application form? So I hope this is helpful, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you need help applying to any European universities, both scholarships and study programs, do send me an email, which I am leaving in the description box below, so that I can be able to help you with the applications. Also, if you're not sure what to apply to, how, when, where to get started, we can have a one-on-one consultation to help you get clarity on choosing the right study program and the right university. I forgot to mention that this scholarship has different deadlines for different study programs and different universities. Go ahead and check the link in the bio about the deadlines so that you can know if the course that you want to apply for is still open. Courses are still open until April 2025, but some have already expired, so go ahead and make sure that you have that clarified. At this point, I am just cross-checking to make sure that everything is correct as I cross-check with the documents of our candidate, making sure that all the details are right: name of degree, when she graduated, her final CGPA, the name of the university, second page, other pages, making sure that all the details are right before moving on to the next step, which is going to be merging the documents. Now, I just googled how to merge PDF documents because all the documents have got to be in PDF and they've got to be in a specific order for them to be submitted for the scholarship. So it was easy. Adobe was the first one, and then it opened. It was very easy. Select file. I selected the files, put them, drag them into the the system, and I was able to combine everything into one long PDF. Usually I'm not very tech savvy, but this was really easy and it didn't make me sweat. So if you're like me, just find solutions. I'm hiding the details so that you don't know her name and her credentials. Okay, so you also need to attach a bunch of things, and this is me trying to rearrange them because there is an order. Like I mentioned before, the documents have got to have an order. I'm going to tell you what it is. As you can see, you need the checklist first, the DAAD application, your CV, your letter of reference, letter of motivation, recommendation, certificate of employment, and the languages. Okay, so when it was done, it was ready to download, and I downloaded that and I was able to attach that to the email and send via email. It was as easy as that, nothing fancy. Leave this video a like and let me know which scholarship you'd like to see me apply for. or what university they study programs, and I'll be happy to do that. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend. Bye.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective.